Hi, I'm Pin42, aka Taylor, and today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 best arcade games. And this is my opinion. It's not like a fact. It's not like this game is the best one ever. This is my opinion. So you guys can put your opinions down below. But I but this is my opinion, and I have one honorable mention. So I was like, can't decide whether number 5 should be this one or it should be this one. So I do have an honorable mention. And yeah. And by the way, these are all Namco games because I don't know any Atari games. Like I know like one Atari, I think it was an Atari or a Sega arcade game, but it was this racing game. But I don't remember what it was called. I don't pay attention to Sega or Atari arcade games. I don't pay attention to those. I pay attention to Namco. Namco is awesome. As mentioned in the best game developers stream, I mentioned them. So, without further ado, I'd like to begin. So, number 5, I had an issue with this one. I didn't know which one to go with, so I went with Dig Dug. Dig Dug is an amazing game. You play as Dig Dug, and dig you dig in the ground, and you have to fight off these enemies by using your pump and like just blowing them up. Just blowing them up, and you get points for it, and then you can walk underneath a rock, and if you've got a path that you've already laid down, you can walk underneath that rock, and it'll crush on the enemies that you're trying to defeat. And I love this game so much. It's so much fun to play. I remember my dad when I got Pac-Man Party for the Wii. I remember I had Dig Dug on it, and my dad was like, "Oh, I love Dig Dug. Dig Dug is so much fun." I didn't think I was gonna like it at first, but then I started really playing it, and I love it. I played the second one as well, and the second one is amazing too. But the second one makes me mad sometimes because I can't get past certain levels, and it just makes me mad. But I digress. But if you ever get a chance to play Dig Dug, I highly recommend you playing it. I might end up playing it next week if I can find it online. I'll play it, but if not, then I'll find something else to do next week. Uh, but Dig Dug number 5, definitely worth playing. Number 4 is kind of controversial because you're probably thinking, why is it number 4 number 1 or at least number 2? I love number 4, but but 3 and but the 3, 2, and 1 are I like more than number 4, but I still like number 4, and that's Pac-Man. Pac-Man is like one of the earlier like arcade games, and everyone knows what Pac-Man is. Pac-Man, you play as Pac-Man, and you get these pellets, and then you get like the bigger pellets that are the power pellets, and you can go and eat the ghosts, and then you have to clear the stage in order to go on to the next level. And it gets difficult as time goes on because as you get progressive, as you get into more levels, get into the higher levels, uh, and you hit those power pellets, uh, those ghosts, they don't stay blue for very long. They don't stay blue as long, and they get faster as well. So you really have to strategize. You really have to think and like, okay, I gotta go this way, but he's coming, so this ghost is coming this way, so I'll go this way. Yeah, I'm gonna miss some of these pellets, but I'll come back and get them. And you really have to strategize with what you're going to do. And I love playing that game. I play it a lot, but it's not one of my favorites. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely up there. That's why it's number 4. Number 3 is Galaga. Galaga is amazing. So Hinky from Smosh Games and Toaster Ghost, that's his favorite arcade game, and it's one of my favorites. I love playing Galaga. I don't know what it is about shooting the killer bees and all the enemies with as a with this airplane shooting missiles and stuff like that. I don't know what it is about that makes it so fun, but like I guess it's like getting sucked into that tractor beam and then getting a chance to get another ship, getting dual ships, and I think that's awesome. And I just love that game so much. It's a crime that it's number three, but I like number two a little bit more. And it's actually Galaga actually started out. Galaga is not the first game in the series. It's actually the second game. It goes Galaxian, Galaga, and then my number two, which I'm talking about right now, which is Gapless. Gapless is number three. A lot of people are like, what? Galaga didn't come first? No, Galaxian did. And I hate Galaxian with a passion, and I know I'm using the H word. Galaxian is terrible. Because especially like you get in between the enemies and your missiles or your bullets or whatever you're firing at the enemies doesn't hit them because it's the bullet or whatever missiles or whatever you're firing off are so narrow that like just goes straight through that gap, and like you can't. I just don't like it. I don't like it, but I digress. But I love Gapless. Gapless is a lot better than Galaga because in Galaga all you can do is move left, right. And Gapless you can move up, down, left, right, and you can really strategize and really go up to the enemy and shoot him. And then if you hit one enemy with this thing above it, then you get like this tractor beam, and you can trap your enemies, and they can be a part of your arsenal. And you can have a bunch of enemies in your arsenal. But if you hit like if one of them gets hit next to your ship, if it's the one closest to your ship, if it gets hit, then you die. No, then all your enemies die. All your enemies die. But if only one of them gets hit and it's like on the farthest left or the farthest right, that's not even close to your ship, then that one just dies. But if it's close to your ship, man, all of them die, and it's so heartbreaking. But I love this game so much, and so that's why I put it at number two. Now for an honorable mention. I love this honorable mention, and it was hard for me not to put it at number five, but I decided just to give it an honorable mention. And that's Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man is basically just Pac-Man, but a girl version of Pac-Man. And I love this game so much. I love it. And like actually at my local comic book, movie, music store, toy store, whatever you would call it, called Gartner's, they actually have an actual arcade cabinet. You have to pay to use it, but they have an arcade cabinet of Miss Pac-Man, and I've played it a couple of times there, and I love it. I actually got to like level 3 or 4 when I played it the last time, and it was so much fun. I love Miss Pac-Man. Miss Pac-Man is so much fun. And so that's my honorable mention. Now on to number one. Number one is my favorite arcade game of all time. I remember me and my sister, we had Namco came out with like these TV joystick thingies, and they had like 3 or 4 games on them, and we had 2 of them, and the 2 that we had different games on them, and the one of them that we had this game on it called Mappy, 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 and me and my sister used to play it all the time, and we were so obsessed with this game, and it just I played it here recently, and because I got it for the Wii, I got the Namco Museum for the Wii here like last year, and I replayed that game, and it just brought back so many memories of me and my sister playing it. Basically, what you do is you play as Mappy. You play as Mappy, who's this mouse who's trying to collect all the paintings and all these items that were stolen by these Yukis, or these cats. And you're also trying to not get caught by the cats. Like you're trying not to get caught by these cats taking all these items that they had stolen. and it's such a fun game. And you go through this house, and then like you have these like colored trampolines that change color once you jump on them, and you don't want it to go to red, because if it goes to red and you jump one more time, then it breaks. The trampoline breaks. So like as soon as you get off that trampoline, it goes back to its original color of green, and it's so much fun to play, and it's so difficult at the same time. And then also in certain houses, because you go to different like houses and different levels, and if you go to like one house, like you go to on both ends, you'll have this bell that if you jump up and you hit that bell, and there's like a Yuki or like one of the cats, the big cat out that's like over there, then you'll get points for freezing them, because the bell will freeze them. It'll stop them, and then you can go and hurry up and run. And then you've got these special colored doors that like you open them up, and they'll shoot out like this like sound wave. It's like this sound wave type of thing, and it'll scoot it backwards. It'll move it back, and you'll get points for it. And if you get the big cat, you get like double points for it, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I love Mappy. Mappy is such a fun game. My dad, he's into arcade games, but he does not like Mappy. Mappy is one that he doesn't like. And I've asked him this question several times, and he refuses to answer. He's just like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't have to have a reason to like it. And for me, reason why you don't like something, and I have my reasons for not liking Galaxian. I have my reasons for not liking some of the things that my dad likes, and so but I love Mappy. Mappy is so much fun, and like it's so difficult at the same time, and that's what I love about it. I love like the strategy that goes into it. Like you have to really think like, okay, this little cat, the Yuki, one of the Yukis, is coming after you. Okay, I gotta go this way. I gotta avoid him. Oh, there's a door. Hurry up and let me get to the door. Hurry, get to the door. And then you get to the door, and you can open it up, and then it blasts them, and you really have to think about what you're going to do, and it makes you think quick on your toes. You really have to be quick on your toes when you're playing it, and I love it so much. And then also there's like a little trapped door, like this. Well, it's not really a trap door. It's like this like colored, like there'll be like a colored like block type of thing on the ground, and if you run over it, then it'll go away. The platform will go away. That part of the platform will go away, and you'll just see like the Mukis or like the big cat just fall down to the ground. It's hilarious. But like you also have to worry about when you're opening up the colored door, like there's a Yuki or a big cat behind you. You really have to open up that door carefully, because if you like open that door like wide, like you take a step back and they're like right on your tail, they'll get you, but then you also get them at the same time. So it'll be like a kind of like a I wouldn't necessarily say it's like a suicide pact, but it's almost like it. And it's just hilarious. It's amazing. I have like a couple of games that I forgot to mention. One of them is Cutie Q. It's like a mixture of like Breakout, like that Arkanoid Breakout game, and Pinball. It's like a mixture of those two games, and I really enjoyed that one too. And then there's also Moto S, which I love and hate that game. I still have not gotten past level 9. I still can't get past level 9. If you guys have ever gotten past level 9, let me know in the comments below, and so I can figure out how to get past it. And also, but that game is like super fun. My oldest niece loves playing that game. Then you have Rally X, which I really like that game. That game is really fun, and there's a lot of fun arcade games. You just have to find find ones that appeal to you. I love racing arcade games as well. Those are ones that I spend a lot of money on when I go to like Chuck E. Cheese or something like that. I will spend a lot of money on racing arcade games. I don't know why. I just do. And I'm always terrible at them. I can't get my car to drive straight. And then I finally get to drive straight and then it's like the race is already over. Like I was always terrible at them, but I still love playing them. But you gotta find like what appeals to you. And I like the old retro arcade games more than I do like the newer ones because they're not as fun. Now, one arcade game that I really like, and it's actually like there's not like just one specific arcade game. It's not one specific arcade game. It's a multiple two arcade games, and those are pinball machines. I love pinball machines. I love playing them. I love like when like you could be the only person in the entire room in that entire area playing this pinball machine, be the only one there, no one around you, and then all of a sudden like two or three people are surrounding your surrounding the pinball machine watching you play. It's like where did they come from? Like you weren't here earlier. It's like an instinctual like your instincts kick in like for some odd reason gamers, I don't know what it is, but they always have like this instinct that instinct when someone's playing a pinball machine, they instinctively know when a person's playing on a pinball machine, and they will find that pinball machine. They know exactly where it's at, and they will watch that person play it. I don't know why this is the case, but I don't care because I love it when you're like the only person in that area, and then all of a sudden you start playing, and people are just gathered around your pinball machine, and like I love it. I love pinball. I love pinball machines. They're so much fun. My favorite is Whirlwind. Whirlwind. I love that one. I have it for the Wii. I have the Williams pinball machine for the Wii, and I play it all the time. And I love playing Whirlwind. Whirlwind is amazing. I have the highest score in my family on it, and I love it. That one and Space Shuttle are the two that I really like in Funhouse. I like that one and Black Knight. Those are my favorites. Those four are my favorites. And then Taxi. I like Taxi as well. But that's all I have. So post in the comments below what your favorite arcade games are, and if you agree or disagree with my list, debate about it in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because on Monday I am talking about the Heisman Trophy and talking about who I think should win the Heisman Trophy this year and give maybe the Heisman voters that still haven't voted yet, giving them a chance to make their decision and give them kind of a not necessarily an insight, but kind of help them make their decision and kind of lead them towards one player and maybe be the change that they want to see in the world. Like be the change, be that change, and be the voter that doesn't go with the norm, that doesn't like doesn't do like because the Heisman is all about like the best player in the world, but here lately it's been about the most hyped player, and I want to maybe maybe persuade a Heisman voter to be like, no, I'm gonna vote like go back to what the Heisman is all about, the best player in the country. That's what needs to happen. But I'm hoping I can change your decision. And then next Friday, I'm most likely going to be doing gameplay of probably like Mappy or Galaga or Dig Dug or something like that. So look out for that. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know when I'm going to be doing a live stream or whatnot. Bye!